Okay, so this is quickly how to draw a ladder diagram. The whiteboard's obviously my blackboard for this one. So on the previous explanations of your wiring diagrams, either you're odd or even, watch that video. It's about 6.5, 7 minutes long. What you're going to do is real easy. Is you're obviously going to have an L1 and a neutral coming in. You're just going to identify what switches you have to go through in order to get to whatever. When I talked to you earlier, I talked to you about the 120 volt loads that always get a neutral. So we talked about 4 different loads. We talked about a blower motor, venter motor, igniter, and a transformer. TR. Okay, well, each one of these, as soon as you draw a 120 volt load, you're going to get a neutral to them. Okay, all you have to figure out then is what switches turn on what loads. All right, so you're going to trace the wiring. You know that the transformer gets power, but there's always a switch that turns the transformer off. It's a limit switch, and it is LS, and it is normally closed. Okay, so this is probably might be a door switch. You might have a door switch on your furnace. Door switch is drawn normally closed. Okay, at that point you're going to try and figure out what's turning on the blower motor, what's turning on the venter motor, and what's turning on the ignition control. The igniter. On the 24 volt side, I'm going to draw that in a different color here. On the 24 volt side, we obviously on the transformer we have an R and we have a C. C is the common. So that means C always goes to the loads. What do we have on 24 volt side that's a load? Well, we might have, I don't know, a relay coil. We might have ignition control. I'm running on the side here, so ignition control. Okay, the ignition control is what turns on the gas valve. So on the R side, we're going to come across and we're going to come through the thermostat. So you have an R, and then you have all those other letters. You have a W, you have a Y, and we have a G. There's one more thing that we didn't put in here. I guess I should put it right about here. And that is the blower relay coil. That is, the blower relay coil is part of the fan center. This fan center is right here. It's where you connect all your thermostats to, your thermostat wiring. That blower relay coil comes from G. When G is powered, R and G is powered, it sends power to G and powers that relay coil. What it does, it changes the speeds on your blower motor. So one will be open, one will be closed. When you power R and G, it closes that and opens that one. So you never power a blower motor both at the same time. W powers your outside coil. Most of your diagrams is a dotted line. I really don't care that you draw it into your ladder diagram. And obviously W will turn on what we call your relay coil. R and W closed, which is your thermostat. It turns on your venter motor. So without drawing your entire diagram, which I'm pretty well there, I want you to identify all the other switches in here that help turn on this ignition control. Okay, thank you very much.